In this lab, we have Cisco 4221 router and Cisco 2960 CX series switch, which are connected in one rack where you have 3 routers and 2 switches. Now the switch has 12 ports. You can see port 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you have port number 9, port number 10. Then these 2 ports are used for optical fiber cable connection. Then here are 2 connections, one for console which has one RJ45 type connection and the second has USB type of connection. Now it is written as R1 uplink 2, which shows that this is connected to a gateway. Then you have something written as R1 D2, which is connected to a device. Then we can connect this particular router, which is 4221, to say port number 3. When we connect it, you can see an orange light glowing over here. That means it is still in configuration mode. When this light changes its color from orange to green, that means the configuration is in the up state. Still it is in configuration mode. You can see this is the green light and this is the orange light. That means it is under configuration state. Then here this is connected to the gigabit Ethernet port of 4221, which is written as GE0/0/1, which is the gigabit Ethernet port of 4221 router. That means this router is connected to this switch via this wire connection. Then in port number 2 you have your device connected to the switch and this is directly connected to the default gateway. This is how there are 3 ports which are used together. These 3 ports, port 1, 2 and 3, are used together of one switch where you have uplink, then device and the router. Now in order to configure a particular switch or a router, similarly you can see for router you have 2 gigabit Ethernet ports and 2 SFP ports for connection. So you can connect 2 devices to this gigabit Ethernet port and 2 devices via optical fiber to the router. Again you can see there is one console port given for the router, whereas in switch if you look for, there are 2 console ports. You can see here it is written as console where you have 2 ports. One is RJ45 and second is USB. And all these are power over Ethernet. You can see over here it is written as power over Ethernet 124 watts. Now you can connect your access point to say port number 4, for which you need to have the access point. This is the access point. When this light it is in initial state, this light will glow red. Now it has turned to green. That means it has been configured to a particular switch, which you can see over here. This is the 4th port where the access point is connected. This is the 4th port where the access point is connected. Here on the top you can see green light, then green light, then orange light. You can see that this light is not glowing. That means this port is down. That means this port number 2. Each arrow shows one port. The first green light indicates port 1. The second indicates port 2. Third indicates port 3 and fourth indicates port number 4. You can see all 4 wires are connected to all the 4 ports. Hence, if all the links are up, all the 4 arrows will have the light. Since the second port is not up, that light is not glowing over here. Now, in order to have the console, these are 2 types of console cables which can be used for switch configuration. One is RJ45 and second is USB. Either of the 2 can be used for configuring the switch. Now switch can be configured in two ways. One is via console and second is via telnet, which is the remote access. So if you are configuring via a console cable, you need to connect the console cable, either of the two, into the console port of the switch. This is how we need to connect the console cable. The other end of the console cable is an USB, which you need to connect to the CPU where you want to configure the switch. So this is connected to the USB port of the computer. Now for this switch it is written as R1 uplink 2. For this switch it is written as R1 uplink 3. Similarly, there are multiple uplinks. This is for rack 1. Similarly, for rack 2 you have R2 uplink 1, you have R2 uplink 2, and you have R2 uplink 3. Now where these all uplinks go? All these uplinks are connected to the main core switch. That is, all these wires will come out of the rack via these points from back end, and then via the conceal point. All these wires you can see from the top, they are going into the core switch, which is there in the black rack over there, which is a 48 port switch in which all these switches are connected, and it has 3 layers. That is a layer 3 device switch, and the router for that is in the rack 1, and the connection from this can be connected to the internet via providing an internet connection to the main core switch. Once you provide internet to the main core switch, all the switches will get the internet via the main core switch.